Hello, everybody. We have a little time to at least start an Ikoria Lair of Behemoths draft today. It is back on Arena after having been gone for a while, after it rotated, well, after it became not the main set. I tried to jump in on Sunday night, and the queue was so slow it didn't really fire. So I figured I'd wait and come back here and try it with you all. And gonna see what the people think of this set. Now, a lot of times what happens with the with an old set like this is that people come back and don't remember what was up with it. So like, anyway, we're going to remember that that cycling deck is the #1 deck here, and my heuristic for this format is to look for the cycling deck and then go away from it if it's not there, but try to lean cycling and see if it's available. So that's what I'm going to do here, and we're ready to go. And as I lean cycling, I'm going to remind you that I also lean Card Kingdom when it comes to my card purchases. Love me some Card Kingdom. They are going to be purveyors of everything you need for your physical tabletop Magic game. And I hope you check them out on my behalf. If you do it via my affiliate link, then they know you got there from here. That helps me out. I like a Parcel Beast here. Pack one, pick one. This seems like the strongest card in the pack. But we do have a 1-mana cycler and memory leak. I think there are times where I will first pick just a 1-mana cycler. But I think Parcel Beast is enough better that we start there over that. Godzilla. Well, this is a cycling card that's not a bad finishing move, but Fire Prophecy also good. Do you like... There's Startling Development, 1-mana cycler that matches the Parcel Beast. There is... what else that would match the... Like, Sandworm is interesting, too. It's possible Prophecy is just better. Yeah, let's just take Prophecy. Hunted Nightmare. Whenever my opponent has it, my board is empty. Whenever I have it, my opponent has things that if I were to give a Death Touch counter to would be bad news. I think it's playable, and it is strong when it's in the right context. But boy, this can work you over in the bad context. But what are we taking here? And we could take it. Wow, there's not much to go in here. We maybe take it because there's not much else to take. Yeah, Coilbug is quite real. You're not wrong there. But let's take it and see. But for me, that was an opportunity cost. I don't think this is amazing. It's just that these packs have been really bad so far. Really unhappy with the packs so far, and I'm continuing to be unhappy with them. A Mutual Destruction, if we can potentially wheel something like the bug, is reasonable. And again, nothing really else for us to consider. Of One Mind could be in a Parcel Beast deck, but we're getting farther and farther away from Parcel Beast. It was a bit of a spec to take a gold card for pack 1, but I think it was correct. If we wheel Connection, great. I'm not going to count on it, but let's start here. Footfall Crater leaps out at me. Oh, there's Drannith Stringer, though. If we're going to take Drannith Stinger, excuse me, Stinger. 1-mana cycler and fits in our deck even if we're not doing the cycling thing. Great pickup here, and somewhat signally, really. This is a great card. Suffocating Fumes or Blitzleech. Blitzleech is... There's that terrible rogue in the current format in Zendikar, but this is much better than the leech than that. Oh yeah, Serpent. We should take Serpent. Sorry, I kind of glossed over this card. It didn't catch my eye properly, but this is easily the best card in the pack. Even I think outside of color. I think this is the best card in the pack, and it's in our colors, so. The ultimatums can be playable, but you really need to know where you're at before you just dive in on them. Cathartic Reunion. Lurking Deadeye, pretty good too. Corpse Churn, not even bad. But I like picking up a first Reunion. Although this is at best in the cycling deck for sure. So maybe you could make an argument for like the Lurking Deadeye instead. Yeah, actually I think I'll take first Deadeye over first Reunion. If we were clearly cycling, I would take Reunion, because you really want one in the white-red cycling, but I'll take Deadeye here. I think we can move this Parcel Beast out as well. We are clearly not doing that thing. Corpse Churn versus Memory Leak. We want a Memory Leak here. Corpse Churn is good, but Leak is better. Another Leak. It came around. I was talking about taking this out of the first pack, so nice that it's still here. Really don't want anything else here. Another Lurking Deadeye. Also a Greater Sandworm. Is the Sandworm enough of a signal that we should hedge? We do have the Parcel Beast. Yeah, I can just take another Deadeye, though. You like the Fangs? I never really got into the Fangs, Jinx, but I suppose they're not unplayable. But I don't see them very, you know, I barely notice it because I don't consider it a priority card. Ceratops is okay. Blade Banish to hedge, but I don't think, yeah, this now second pack's gonna kill us. I know we're gonna like open every cycling, open and get past every cycling payoff there is in the set. Here's the Fangs that Jinx is talking about. Do you like I think I like a Churn more though. I'm gonna take first Churn over Fangs. Don't think we're playing this, but definitely not playing this. I feel like I'm not doing Scorpion unless we're really doing Mutate or abusing it somehow. I don't feel like we're abusing it. Blood Curdle here. Call of the Death Dweller are the real choices as I see it. What do you think? This can be good, but I'll take the Curdle. We'll take straight removal. Grim Dancer is great for us. Nice pickup. Strong card. I keep looking at these going, but it doesn't have a party. It doesn't have a party type. Cavern Whisperer is playable enough, I suppose. We could just take the Crater and cycle, but really in our deck, this is cycling, so I don't think it's that important without cycling payoffs. Oh yeah, Friendship. Sorry, I thought this was a Cathartic Reunion. This is playable. How good is it? We got Mutual Destruction. There's the type of tactician type pick I knew we would be looking at and being sad about. I don't really love the Rumbler. I'd rather just have another Stinger here. Farfinder is interesting too. You want Chittering over Stinger? I guess Chittering is... I was thinking of this as the other one. Chittering is pretty good. You take Chittering. We do have the trouble, like... This is where it gives us a non-human... Yeah, I guess we could take Harvester. Stinger, Harvester, that was a tough one. I think you could make a case for both. I'll Unlikely aid is unlikely to see play. We could take a crystal, but yeah, this whole pack is not great for us. I guess I take a crystal before an aid. Another lava serpent. Poacher, though. I think we take a poacher, right? Deadeye, interesting. But this is where we want to be. Frenzied Raptor. We don't have a Blitz Leech yet, and they are playable. Let's see our 3-drops. We're pretty good on 3. A lot of 6. People like the Leech over the Raptor. I guess if we're playing Raptor, we're not too happy about that. So Leech might actually be a real card that we're happy to have in our deck, whereas I don't think I'll ever be happy about running that 4-2. Weaponize continues some fodder-type behavior. Want some more of these Forbidden Friendships now. Raking Claws cycles and is on color at least. I don't think we're doing either of these, but take this, at least draws a card. No vault progress even. Or at least not relevant. Here's a cycle 1 or a corpse churn. I'll take corpse churn. It's a late cycle 1. Really hooks up the cycling decks, but what are we doing with it though, Media? If we were in pod, I think I would take it to prevent someone in from wrecking us with their awesome cycling deck, but Dirge Bat is a pickup for us. Whisper Squad, interesting too. But Dirge Bat, no-brainer. Not really doing this thing. Really not doing this thing. I think we just want another stinger here. Marmoset is decent threat of activation even in a non-dedicated cycling deck. But, and you can at least, you can mutate onto it. And we're pretty low at, we're somewhat low at 3s. What do you think? Yeah, that's an interesting point. That Marmoset dealing some first strike damage to set up the... Yeah, maybe I will do Marmoset. This is a tough pick, but I'm going to go Marmoset. It's got just enough going on for it that I think that's correct. And then we can get a Forbidden Friendship here. Go sit in the corner, Tron. Another Poacher, but there's a Blood Curdle. Blood Curdle number 2, Poacher number 2. I think Blood Curdle number 2 over Blitz or Poacher. Another Marm. Cycle land, only half on color, but I could take a Squad Commando or a Void Beckoner even. Maybe Void Beckoner. Commando or Beckoner seem good to me. I'm going to go with the Beckoner. Yeah, Death Touch, we have a couple of First Strike. Death Touch, First Strike, so good. I think we just take a rock slide here over any of this stuff. But maybe we want another small creature? Sack a Scorp. But this does stuff. We should just take removal. Not doing that. Not really doing that. Right? Yeah, we don't have to do Zendikar this Friday if you want to do something else. Oops, sorry, I got distracted. Mutual Destruction number 2. But we never got the bug to like really abuse this. We didn't get any Whisper Squads though. Are we taking a Shredded Sails? It is best of 1. I'm going to take the Mutual Destruction, but I don't know if we're supposed to have 2 of those in the deck or not. We'll think about it. And then here's a call we can consider as well. Another Leech to consider. We have 1, though. I don't think we're taking 2. This is where I will take the Raptor, just so we have additional 3-drop action if we want it. I don't think we want 2 Blitz Leeches. But I don't think we're playing that either. All right, here is at least an on-color crystal. But I don't think this deck needs ramp or crystals. Scorp came back. Interesting. All right. 8 cuts if we like the 19. We are at 16, 15. We want to cut our worst spells. I don't want that one. Could cut a Memory Leak. Definitely don't want 2 Corpse Churns if we even want the 1. Maybe one of these destructions needs to go. Thank you for the subs. Raking Claws could go. Well, we do have a leak. It's not like I'm cutting both of them over it. I kind of like one of each. We do have a... I do acknowledge we have Call of the Death Dweller, which does some corpse churny type stuff. I don't think we want 2 Scorps. Do we even want 1? We have 2 Forbidden Friendships, so our creature count is actually at 16, not 14 there. This is going to play more like a 3. So I'm going to leave you to look at this. I need a bio break before we play anyway, so I want you to come up with our last couple of cuts. I think this is a 17 lander, so I want 2 more cuts. We've got, probably need to cut non-creatures, but again, we could cut 1 creature. We could cut like 1 of each and still be fine. But I want your thoughts on what that should be when I get back. Be right back. Hey gang, what'd we decide? Let's see what chat has to say. Hey, thanks for that sub, Robert. Appreciate it. I'm hearing Blitz Leech and Corpse Churn. Harvester. I think I like Leech over Harvester. Those are interesting calls, though. We don't have a ton of cycling for the Marms, but we don't need a ton of cycling. They're very threat of activation, and we got some other stuff going on we like. For example, Void Beckoning a Death Touch counter onto 1, or doing first strike damage and then dropping 2 Lurking Deadeyes. So even though they're not at their best in this archetype, that's the strength of this card. You can end up being like, oh, well, we're not in red-white cycling with a million one-mana cyclers, therefore Marmoset is, quote, bad. No. Marmoset is just less good. Less good. So, I like it. Let's cut the Blitz Leech. The thing about the Corpse Churn is that we do have stuff we're trying to sack, but I'll cut it. All right, let's get on with this. And what are we calling this? How about Weaponized Friendship? Do a par poll on this one. Tell me what you think how we're gonna do on average. I will add this to the spreadsheet. Excuse me. What do we like? Well, I'm not going to throw this back. We don't have anything to do immediately, but we have both our mana, and we have a Deadeye on 4, and we have Death Dweller to mess with stuff we might get back. We have a play on the turn. You know, we could flood out and do nothing here, but I think this is a narrow keep. Obviously, ideally, you change one mountain for literally any spell in our deck, and I'm going to love this hand. But I can't throw it back. It's not great, but it has such potential that I can't quite throw it back. Now we have a 3-drop to play, so I like that a lot. And it's the thing that combos with the old Lurking Deadeye. That is indeed ominous. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Let's get over here. Ideally, they play a 2-3 or a 2-6, something they're willing to block with. Strong opinions in that par poll. All right, not quite the card we wanted to see, but we'll send in. And I am willing to flash in a Lurking Deadeye for no value other than an attacking 4-drop next turn. If we can return a Marmoset with the Call of the Death Dweller, we can give it a Death Touch counter and make it a 2, 3, Death Touch, First Strike, Menace. That's a house. I do gotta watch out. Okay, the Essence Scattered. The danger of this play is that they could ping my Marmoset for like 1 or whatever, and then I would have to kill the Marmoset. So there's danger there, but I wasn't gonna not go for something there. And I'm gonna go for Memory Leak their face right now. See what we can get. Glimmerbell plus Porky Parrot is Machine Gun. Zidra doesn't actually do that much. Cloud Piercer is fine, but I think we just want to get Porky Parrot out of here. That's what I'm going to do. Scary Hand, we're getting helped out by their apparently mana struggles. They could also use Cathartic Reunion to get very close on Ominous Seas. Which is also good for us because we actually have the plan in terms of Marmoset plus Deadeye in that case. Kind of hoping we have a 1-mana cycler and that they think they're going to get us by cycling for 1, putting another counter on, and then making an 8/8. But if they do that, we're going to get them pretty good with the Deadeye First Strike combo. Just so. So we're going to pretend like we don't know nothing. This isn't the readings. We're not reading. We don't know what you're doing, dude. We're just sending in stupidly. Oh no! It's an 8/8. What have I done? What have I done, everybody? What have we done? Oh no! Doesn't suck. Although, to be fair, we killed a 2-drop. Wasn't a huge mana loss on their part. And a great example of how Marmoset is fine. Wait, didn't we kill one of those? I swear I took a Porky Parrot. All right. But it has no mutations on it right now. This can't mutate. This can't mutate. This can. So maybe they're just looking to mutate onto the parrot. You know what? I am willing to trade the Marmoset straight up for the parrot. So we're going to send in both. If they block the Marmoset, we do first strike damage. And then before regular damage, we weaponize the Porky Parrot with the Marmoset. And then we can Death Dwell the Marmoset if we want anyway. So I'm going to send in and see what they want to do. All right, they're trading there. We'll make that trade. That's fine. Do we have... No, we didn't play our reunion. So we have no, like, looting or anything. I'm going to go ahead and play the mountain. Yeah, if you want to count every cycling effect they did as, mana spent, then sure, it costs them more than 2. I can't bring back the Dead Eyes. Not with this. That's not what that does. 3 CMC. Weaponized being just medium here, honestly. Maybe it'll help us close it out, but right now it's been largely a mulligan. Maybe it's done some threat of activation for us, but not a high performer so far. I was attacking because I felt that they... Oh, interesting. This is fine. We can shock to their face, and then it counters the spell so they don't get the loot, so that's nice too. Yeah, we can basically do the same thing, but they messed up our plans there. But we will go ahead and re-marmoset here, yes. Yeah, we do have a Fire Prophecy. I said we didn't have looting, but we do. You're right. We have 1 rummage in Fire Prophecy, so we'll hold the swamp. Good call. Well, this becomes pretty must kill if they don't... I mean, this just attacks steadily, either getting 2 damage or a creature, basically every turn here. If you're wondering, Weaponize says sacrifice a creature, weaponize the monsters, deals 2 damage to any target. So if we sack a Death Touch Marmoset, the damage it deals from the Weaponize does not have Death Touch, just in case that was not a clear thing. Another Marmoset, we're going to play it, and then we're going to draw our Void Beckoner. And have to decide whether to hard cast it or give our Marmoset Death Touch. Otter looking to get some cards for Oppo. We're going to block if they attack with the Otter, and if they kill the Marmoset, we can sack it in response. All right, well, that's... Well, we can still do it. Yeah, it still works. If they send that, we block with Marmoset and do the same thing. 2 points of first strike, then sack it for the remaining 2 after first strike, but before regular. Are they going to loot? Or rummage, more accurately. Seems important to if you have any reason to, given the ominous seas. They're doing the first strike math here and deciding whether they want to trade Cloud Piercer for Marmoset. I don't think they do. I mean, it's a... Okay, they do. All right. Well, we're going to make them have something here, because this doesn't stop anything, and right now we have a trade that I'm happy with. Yeah, mutate the flyer could have maybe competed in the race, which might be what they had to do to have a chance. So I think you're right. I think making a big flyer might have been their best path to victory. Well, a little bit overwhelmed with sacrifice options, and that's not a good draw for us right now. We get our Forbidden Friendship, though. That could make this a very useful card. Relentless Marmoset is where we're at, though. Waiting on Oppo to find something for it, or somehow find 18 damage before we can attack sufficiently with it. Now they're going for that. Come on, deck. Something besides a basic land. Something castable. Give us some action. Action off the top, please, deck. I see how it's going to be. Can't block. We could not attack to avoid taking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on the crackback. Sadly, I think if this is a cycling card, we lose. So we are actually now not attacking. Or we attack and say, hey, if they've got the cycling right now, we just salute and say, because I don't know how we win by sitting back and waiting for this to hit us 3 times, right? So I'm going to send the Marmoset. Could just be straight up dead, but what else can we do, right? Yeah, we are a Forbidden Friendship away from just winning ourselves. In fact, we're kind of a creature away unless they can create 2 creatures. Because we can get in for 2, and if we draw a creature, we can throw the Marmoset plus whatever we draw for 4 more. So on track to deal 6 if they only come up with 1 blocker. And we find a creature, of course. How about it, deck? 1 time, Forbidden Friendship, make it easy. Slide is good, though. Slide is definitely good. Takes out this Cloud Piercer, but we can attack first. I don't see. I mean, they can make 1. Hey, we can even get the. Of course, we're dead. Trouble is, we're dead, right? So we actually can't attack. We need to Rock Slide and Chump. But then at least it's not even a chump. Sorry, Rock Slide and threaten to block the 8/8. But let's start. Maybe let's give him a chance to needlessly create an 8/8 here. Although I think we'd still take out the flyer with the Cloud Piercer. How do they have to block? Let's see. If they don't block, what do we don't, how do we win? I don't see how we win off a don't block. If this went to face, yeah, but then we just win right now. They're dead to a cycler. Yeah, we don't have that. but you think you want to but they don't, you want to represent and make them block? Trouble is, if they don't take that, we just lose is the problem. So interesting line, Rob. I see what you're talking about, but I can't take a line where if they have the right read, we lose. So hopefully this is just a reckoning of their accepting that this is, I mean, if they had a way to stop it, I think they would. The pause here is explainable by the C's. So this pause doesn't mean anything. This pause does, though. There's another pause and nothing here to... Oh, no, Glimmerbell. Sorry, Glimmerbell was underneath and could do the untap. There you go. A gift, but... I know, do we... But if they don't have... Let's see. Another interesting spot. If they have removal for our Marmoset, we're dead. But if they don't, we are still in the spot where we can manage be the ones that win with an attack of our own. So this is a more accepted risk. I am going to stay back and hope to block with our 2/3 Death Touch. Yeah, so we did what we could. We're going to lose this one. But we tried. Darn it, I really thought we had that one. We really landlorded out of that. I mean, that was a variance loss in my opinion. If we get any reasonable, just a little bit more average ratio, we would have won. Like, we needed any piece of help, and I think we won that one. And instead, we just landed it up. So, I'm going to give you one or two more games. Let's see how long this next one lasts, but then I'm going to call it a stream. I also need to adjust this format. We are in IKO Premiere. I mean, we needed them there. I think we have 15... We have 15 cards that produce creatures, so that doesn't mean we couldn't use more, but we're not like... This isn't a good enough start, I don't think. I'm going to mulligan. I like this better. I don't like it too much better, but I'm going to get rid of a Marmoset and keep this. I'm not going to 5 is the bottom line. All right, that's helpful. Marmoset on 3 now. Potentially Rock Slide on 4 or Dirge Bat, but ideally you mutate your Dirge Bats. Hey, that's a better 3 if we can pull it off. Otter. Well, might be dead, or it might be dead, but we're gonna make him have something and put a Grim Dancer here. Hold me closer, Tony Dancer. What do we want? Lifelink Menace? We actually have stuff that puts Death Touch counters on. Lifelink usually doesn't matter in this stage of the game, though, so we could just go Death Touch Menace. I like Death Touch Menace. That's a scary attacker. Don't kill it! Ugh! That is brutal. Good news is we get to rock slide it next turn, so they get a nice tempo play here, but we do get to take him out a bit now. Now you want lifelink menace? Why do you want the lifelink? You think our life total is at risk? I like death touch menace still. Can mutate that next turn. That'd be nice. They might just, with all this mana, I actually kind of like sending the Marmoset out. If they counter it, let's They're still there. I can hold on. Yeah, Bat Mutate's not bad for the lifelink. That's fair. And maybe ahead of that, I should just be playing the Grim Dancer, given the two two mutates we have. All right, fine. That was the other reason to do Marmoset. We might get countered here, but honestly, it's all good as long as they don't counter these two. Could just Harvester hardcast and then start mutating onto it, leave the Marmoset to be its own thing. Let's do that. What about Harvester and mutating Dirgebat on it? I like that. I'm doing that. Yeah. Splashed Convolute is not something to play around. It's something to say, well, normally my play is going to be correct because that's not going to be what's happening. Boy, I really want him to play another creature, though. I guess if they don't, we'll Blood Curdle for now. We draw a land, we can even go Blood Curdle Marmoset. But hopefully they play another creature and we just wipe their board and attack for 4. There we go. We don't care about these much, so looking good for us. Here we can double spell on Marmoset and Hunted Nightmare, right? Like, can't be blocked. We don't just don't care about any of this, really. And if that was the best they had for this turn, like, this card can't be better than these two, unless it's, like, if it's, yeah, I don't know. I think we're in great spot now. Well, they've got something, though. Something's causing a pause for 2 mana. Any thoughts? They both have summoning sickness. So, we know they have something instant speed for green or blue. I could go look up exactly what it might be, but I'm going to be lazy here. Start with a Marmoset. Add a Nightmare. Yeah, it could be random cycling. That's often what it is in this set, right, Jinx? Yeah, that's kind of bringing back that memory that a lot of the pause, the efficacy of identifying pauses is not amazing because of cycling. Huh. Well, I was gonna blood curdle the phase dolphin, but we'll blood curdle the greater sandworm instead, and put a menace counter on the marmoset. Although the marmoset actually doesn't. Maybe the menace counter just goes on the harvester. Like marmoset doesn't even really have an attack here. I'm just gonna take out the sandworm. And they're playing blue, so I'm gonna put menace on the flyer. And are we offering Nightmare? It's a 1-for-1, so I'm gonna say no. This is my problem with the Nightmare. Like, I thought we were gonna, you know, blood curdle this, but now Nightmare is just a 1-for-1 with a phase dolphin. That's not very exciting. We'll just attack in the air for now. Yeah, we get Scorpion out still, and then Poacher can sack the Scorpion for some damage, and then really just start sacrificing our team to get the final 8. What is doing the Scorpion do for us? Playing it out first? You wanted a menace counter on the Scorpion? Oppo just ripping whatever they need, kind of frustrating, but I think we're still in good shape. Now, if we send in the Heron can only block the Nightmare if they put the Wingspan Mentor on it as well, which means we can at least trade for the Wingspan Mentor and keep this from getting a lot bigger. But it also means it's one less thing to sack to the Poacher. But although I'm not going to just start sacking the team. I was thinking this was like our 2 damage. We only get. It's not like we can sack the team and win. We can sack the Scorpion and get back in it. Given the situation, I do like offering the Hunted Nightmare for the Mentor here. I think that's where we're at. Got a couple of dead eyes that would be great to draw. Really, Oppo missing here and there would be nice. That's kind of a miss. It's nice deck thinning, though. Blood Curdle, my old friend, how are you? Suppose I could have still done a Bushmeat Poacher to start, but I actually think I like counter on Scorp and just swing away. They're the virtual 1 with the Scorpion and the sack outlet. And there we go. We got a win. All right. I will play one more, then I'm going to call it a stream. Get out your raid captains. All right, fine looking. Gonna hold on the memory leak. We're definitely gonna do some Kaladesh Remastered. How much depends on how much we like it. I feel. Gigantha. Pretty easy card to run in most limited decks. And I think we do want to squash this ramp. So let's Fire Prophecy the Naturalist and pitch a mountain. Cycle the leak, but I think it's going to be decent for us here. The thing is, we want to do Friendship next turn, so we're not going to leak next turn. Could do a turn 5 leak, though, so we'll hold. And if we find something else to do for turn 5, we can consider cycling this. Recluse. Well, that's worth a trade, don't you think? We can just go Void Beckoner cycle and take out trade 1 for 1 basically for the Recluse. They're not taking it though, so we can go Memory Leak now. Maybe let's do Memory Leak. If they're not taking that, it means they probably have something they want to do with this, and that makes me want to see what's up in their hand. Vulpikeet, let's see, where are they at? No white yet, so getting the Humble Naturalist took them off white. That's good. Let's take them off Greathorn and keep them off of white mana. Ivy Elemental, interesting too, but yeah, I like Greathorn here. Kind of cutting their mana out from under them. Although this will take care of it. Would love a basic land off the top. We can Forbidden Friendship and still have the Void Beckoner cycle. Then we can attack with 3 things. All right, well now, doesn't matter. Well, there's the basic land. We do this. Send in for 3, and then nicely we have Void Beckoner Death Touch on the... You know, we can still Death Touch our remaining one. Maybe they'll mutate it into something huge on the ground, and then this will just be insane. Looks like they might have to go for the Cathartic Reunion here to find land to cast. Yeah. All right, they're going for it. That's good. Free and clear for us since they're now tapped down too. Land, land, land. Basic. Basic land. Yes. We could just Lava Serpent. Actually, I'm going to Lava Serpent now. And then Dirge their next play. And I'm actually going to give up one of the 1/1s, 2, to get an extra 2 damage. This potentially gives us Dirge Bat on Lava Serpent, killing something and then getting through for 6, 5 in the air and one of these 2 on the ground. We want Oppo to move in on one big thing, basically. Oppo moved in on one big thing, basically. Heck, now we should just do it here. Doesn't matter. It's all good. All right. Is Cord up yet? Did we see? Are you raid captaining? Oh, I didn't mute my internet. Are you raid captaining? Oh, I didn't mute my browser, that is. Got it done. Okay, Cord looks like they are up, so we can raid Cord. Get him started right. All right, good. Let's wrap this one up temporarily then. I'll try and finish this on air with everybody. Started off with a loss here, but found a couple of wins back the other direction. Reminding me that Ikoria is a pretty interesting, fun format. The cycling deck and the Spectre of it really brought it down a bit, but there's some cool stuff going on in Ikoria, I must acknowledge. And let's get to this view, though, as I say farewell to our YouTube friends. Thank you for hanging out for what I assume will be part 1. Look for a part 2, or maybe I'll stitch the videos together. But in any case, I'll try and finish this one on air over the course of this week. So hopefully it makes it to YouTube. And you got the next part coming right up, YouTube friends. Bye.